Yeah.
But I just wanna live. Don't really care about the things that they say. I don't really care about what happens to me. 'Cause I just wanna live.
What's up everybody, and welcome back to a new episode. Today I would like to talk a little bit about Inchiku fishing. Everybody who follows my videos knows that I have been fishing Inchiku for over 2 years. I'm mostly fishing it in the Mediterranean, in the Adriatic Sea, but I've also fished it in the Atlantic. So today I would like to talk a little bit about some specific details of Inchiku, because most people, at least in the Mediterranean, fish Inchiku like they fish kabura or slider jigs, also known as Thai rubber jigs. They use them as some kind of search bait, meaning you find an area where you want to fish. It's either a mountain or a flat area. You drop it down and then you drift slowly over this area and you just hit the button and search for the fish. And
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Commented about it.
That's fine. That's fine.
exactly. However, you can fish it also differently. You can fish it more actively. So now I would like to talk about when to use it as a search bait and when to use it as an active jig. As a search bait, I would have to say I prefer to use the Thai rubber kabura jig. However, if you're fishing very deep waters, like we will do today, deeper than 100 meters, I would say use an Inchiku, because it's easier to stay on the ground if you fish an Inchiku than on a kabura. I'll show you why. Here we have a Thai rubber kabura jig. It's round. Look at this form, 300 grams, and look at that one. So it is much easier to hold this Inchiku on the bottom than it is to hold this on the bottom if you're drifting. So from 100 meters and deeper, I prefer to fish the Inchiku. This is why today we're talking about Inchiku lures. And additionally, I'm using that as a search bait on flat areas or mountains which are not that steep to enhance my chances to get something. I have a small skirt around 50 centimeters above that, also with a little rubber octopi, and this is how my rig looks like. So with that, I will be fishing today areas where we are drifting and where I don't know where the fish are, but we are searching for them. I will keep that most of the time very close to the bottom, hit it a few times, lift it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters, drop it down again. And I hope to find a fish. However, when we then have a mountain where we found the fish and we see they are active, I will switch to another rig. I will just use a normal Inchiku, no skirt above, so no paternoster, nothing. I will drop that to the ground and I will fish it more aggressively. I will hit it on the ground, I will start slow jigging it, some kind of, and jig it up to the top consistently. So I will not fish just the lower area, let's say the first quarter of the ground, but I will fish the whole water from bottom to top. Those are the differences. We can also say that depending on the fish we are targeting, we are using either one or the other method. If we're fishing for fish like we know in the Mediterranean, red scorpion fish, or brotola, a fork beard, or let's say conger, let's say flatfish which are lying on the ground, and so on, I will rather use the first method of hitting the ground, staying on the bottom and search it. Of course, sometimes you can catch one of those fish because sometimes they will follow the bait or the lure. However, most of the time you will catch them close to the ground. If we fish for other species, let's again stay at the Mediterranean. For dentex, in Spanish it's called denton, zahnbrasse on German, or zubatats on Croatian, I will go for a more active, for a more aggressive style and use the other method. The same goes for all the snapper species which we have. Pagros, red porgy, and so on and so on. Also, at sometimes you can catch fish like amberjack on that if you're more active. Of course, every fish might bite on both of the techniques. However, you can kind of, let's say, concentrate with one technique for one species and with the other for the other species. What I'm also using is bait. I have caught some mackerels, I will cut fillets and I will put them. That again raises my chances to catch something, because fish will bite more consistently. If you have not watched my video where I compare fishing Inchiku with bait, without bait and with artificial bait, look down at the description, there is a link. You can check that out as well and to see by yourself how fish are reacting, because I'm also using an underwater camera there. So now we'll search for some areas. I don't know how far we can go today outside. It's quite windy. We are now in the shadow of the wind. You don't feel it that hard, but it is windy and there will be some waves. So we will try to get offshore. Let's see how that works out. If not, we will then concentrate inshore. Inshore, the chances are not that good to catch a lot of species and big species, but hey, that's fishing. Let's see, and I hope you can learn today something of how to fish with Inchiku lures.
Is this the truth? We just stopped because at some underwater mountain we saw some fish on the fish finder, and as soon as I put on the bait on the Inchiku, the rain started. So I took the one which you fish actively. I've described that when you know there are fish at a certain position, then be more active, especially if, like we saw the fish in the middle waters. So I will try that. Let's see how that works out. Oh man. So what I like to do, I start a little slower from the bottom because there might be some fish on the bottom, and then like a medium slow fall, but it's not even that slow, so just to break a little bit more. Can you turn the... Thank you. Okay, we're a little away from the fish finder. Sorry, from the mountain. I'll go back this few meters because the fish I saw were on the top of the mountain. Okay, let's go back to the spot where we saw the fish. Honestly, it looks like something was attacking, but I didn't feel anything. We just moved a little bit to the edge of the underwater mountain. We are at 115 meters, and although I would now use the search bait, I will still stick to the active one just to see. Maybe we get something. So we're gonna drift along the edge. I think we're going a little up, so that's not bad. We'll have some structure there. It's a edge which goes quite sharp up or down depending how you look at it, and this is an ideal territory where we can fish actively. So we can, I mean, we can even leave it a little bit on the ground because the edge means it's rocky, it's not sand or whatever, and we can hit the bottom a little bit, but we can also jig it up along the edge because those are the places where schools of fish are swimming. Doesn't matter if it's the Mediterranean, if it's the Atlantic, anywhere fish will be there. Okay, we're on the bottom. The bottom feels soft. Okay, I got something from the bottom, lost it. Drop it again. Yeah, now we got it. Yeah. 108 meters. Small ling. No, wow, a nice wetling. That's good. Nice fish. Or no, that's a shellfish. That's a shellfish. Great. We got a shellfish. Awesome. Look at that, a nice shellfish. It took the Inchiku. I'm happy, that's a new species for us. Very good, the active one worked, so we'll stick to that. Great. Let's repeat. We went up to 92 meters. Nevertheless, I will try. If not, we go back deeper. Oh wait, I got something immediately, even before I started with the jigging. As soon as it hit the ground, could be again a shellfish because it's like not really fighting. It is, no, it's a small ling. Yeah, that happens. A small ling. Oop. Yeah, it cut itself already.
There can be only one.
bottom. Yeah. So, I was at least 20 meters, if not higher, from the bottom, and it hit. No, I lost it. I lost it like 5 meters below. This is ridiculous. Ah, come on. That's fishing. 5 meters, I just saw the Inchiku, not even 5 meters, come on. Ah, come on. Was a nice fish. Okay, so what I see is that the tide is much slower because we're drifting. We're not drifting that fast, so we need to change something. Let us first of all check the top of the mountain, and if we don't find fish there, then we'll go to another area not far away, just a few minutes driving.
A few moments later.
Okay, we came to a different area. I'm now switching to the Surge Inchiku 300 gram. This does not mean that now the active fishing is over. It's just that I think this area is better for this kind of fishing because it's a more flat area, not that fast falling or rising. So if we find later area where we can use the active one, we will do that. Depth is 90 meters, flat. At some point we will start rising slowly, at least according to the maps. I've not fished this area, so let's see. I guess we could expect here some Ling or lump. Hopefully something different, but you never know. Now we're already going up, it seems. A little different than what it said. Ah, there's already a bite. And we have a fish already. That was fast. Search bait worked. What is it? No, it's a shellfish. Nice, a nice one. Whoa, that's a good shellfish. It's a good one. Look at that. Nice fish. Look, something attacked it, or that was my hook. Very, very good. 84, 85, so yeah, slowly going up. Let's see, maybe we can catch another one. I know some of you guys will say, yeah, it's easy because you're fishing in an area where you have a lot of fish, which is true, but it's so much easier to show an instruction video where you catch more fish than like just 2, because you can show the various techniques and how fish react to that, and so on and so on. And let's be honest, everybody would like to have an area where you can catch many fish in a short period of time. Bottom. So this one I'm not moving too much. I'm just trying to stay as close to the bottom as possible, lift it a little bit up so that fish can see it. So we are going up 73. Okay. Wow. What did they get? Nothing, we lost it, huh? No, we didn't. It's very strange. What? It's coming with us up? Yeah, we have something, but it's strange. It's like coming up. What's that? Oh, that's not a lenguado, but that's a, I don't know what it is. That's not a helicopter. It's a nice fish. Very nice. Cool fish. Very cool fish. I'm sure it's very tasty as well. Very good. Very good for Hollywood.
Very, very good for Hollywood.
Huh. We are on the bottom. Okay, and immediately the fish. Oh, wow, What the fuck? Do we have two fish? I think so. This must be two fish. Two lump, or one ling and one lump. Yeah. Oh, a lump and a nice shellfish. Wow. Whoa. You don't see that every day. What a big shellfish. I hope you saw it. Wow. Look at that. What a nice shellfish. Wow. The lump is for the birds. But you, my friend, you are very gorgeous. What a nice shellfish. On the bottom, 82 meters, still fine. And we're just staying close to the ground, waiting for a hit, hoping it's stony. It's a hard bottom. Okay, something is on it. Okay. Again, a shellfish. Sighting interesting. On the search bait again. What is that? Could be a shellfish. It's not small. It's also not huge. It's not a salmon from Mar del Plata, definitely. No, it's a shellfish, yeah. A nice one. Actually, really a nice one. Maybe the biggest today. Maybe not. Oh. Oh. What a monster! Woo. That's a nice fish, a nice shellfish. Wat een löwe, du! Wat een löwe! Woo! That's the best fishing so far. The shittiest weather, but the best fishing. Yeah. There we go. Let's take you outside. There was no time for a real outro. It just started raining too much, too heavy. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. To summarize, we spoke about Inchiku fishing, about the active technique, about the searching technique, which is kind of slow. We got fish on both techniques. More on the searching one, because we found the fish. It was a flat area, so I just wanted to fish that. Every time I was pulling up to see if there's some fish in the middle layer of the water, I got no bites. So I decided, okay, let's fish the
the bottom part where the big schools of fish are, and that's better with the searching technique, with the slow technique. Sometimes the other technique is better. Well, depends. It always depends. Well, to summarize it shortly, fishing wise, away from the technique blah 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 talk, was not bad. Was a good fishing day. We got, I don't know, 10 kilograms of fish, maybe a little over that. Got a lot of shellfish. Got one kind of, it's not a heli, but it's, they told me something, the name I just forgot it, to be honest. It's legal. They said apparently it's not that tasty. It's okay, but not that tasty. And we got a ling or 2 lings. We got a lump. The lump was full of worms, so I had to throw it away. Well, was a good day. And of course, sorry, the mackerel, which made everything possible because they've been the bait. All in all, was a good day, and I hope you could learn something. I hope you could take something with you for your future fishing adventures with Inchiku jigs. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to like this video. Thank you very much. See you, of course, as always, the next time.